We have mutual goals. The cycle is eternal. Heroes never die.
Sometimes they do voice acting, sometimes they don't. The Clutches of Shakzir. So of course we're meeting them here at the entrance to the palace, which of course is also the entrance to the raid.
I stand ready.
The Klaxi have fallen. The Empress must fall. Again, he sounds so much like the Haka. Let's get started.
Who holds this swarm? Show yourself. Answer to the Klaxi. Treasonous Klaxi. Her magnificence was right about you. Speak your name, puppet, that our annals will be complete. Grand Vizier Zorlok, voice of the Empress. Your Empress has fallen. The Klaxi have pronounced judgment. Stand aside, or be brushed away. The Klaxi are to be disbanded by the will of the Empress. Blaspheme! The desperate Klaxi have resorted to digging up fossils. Very well, let us finish this. Unscathed, indeed. Forward! The Klaxi reveal themselves as traitors. Decimate them and leave nothing behind.
So yeah, that guy is the first boss in the raid. Malik the Unscathed has fallen in battle. 9 paragons remain. They must be somewhere out on this battlefield. So yeah, he just straight up killed one of those paragons we went around and found. The rest of the freed paragons are scattered around the Heart of Fear, fighting off the Manted Swarm. They may need your help. Rout the swarm by slaying these guys and 25 subjugates. Huh. Hey, subjugates! This is one of those times where it's like, hey, I'm gonna go slay an entire army by myself. What?
I'm out of range.
Now, I'm sure normally this would be like, wait a minute. But at the same time, you gotta keep in mind, some of our characters at this point have progressed to the point where, yeah, they could do this.
It's too far away.
Now, sometimes, of course, the enemies will be super strong. That takes a team of champions, but the champions in lore are still pretty strong. Now, maybe not as strong as, say, I don't know, the Nephilim from D3 that we play, you know, which is probably the strongest, like, character we've ever actually played. But at the same time, keep in mind, I'm also, like, in lore, I am, say, playing a Demon Hunter, so that should be able to just absolutely tear through these things. So here we get to see some of these guys, like, in action. We see, you know, the Manipulator, we see Kovak, these other Paragons against this other guy.
I need to get closer.
Now, again, this is the tragic part about the fact that we end up fighting these guys in the raid as raid bosses, including Kovak, that we go through this whole thing of awakening them and then fighting at their side against the Empress's forces, you know, because we're all trying to help take down the Empress along with the Shah of Fear. Those spoilers, we won't actually be taking down the Shah of Fear in this raid here. That's in the raid afterwards. We will take down the Empress, but not the Shah of Fear itself. So here we see Hisek, Koraz, as well as Lyokuk, taking on a manifestation of terror. I will say, though, it is kind of a cool little idea of, well, you're getting to see these guys in action before you have to fight them in the raid. Just to get an idea of how strong they're going to be. But yeah, it's just kind of like, you know, you go through this whole thing, oh, he's entered the battlefield. Akalon, a spawn of Garalon. Now you may be going, what or who is Garalon? It's that thing. Another raid boss. And of course, Blizzard loves to do this. They love to have these little things that are teases for raid bosses that you're actually going to fight in the raid. You get a little teaser as to how strong some of these things are before you actually face them. That was just one of his spawn. The actual thing that he was a spawn of is supposed to, of course, be much stronger. But here's where we, you know, follow alongside Recall, Corvin, and Skier. Now, I don't like every one of these Paragon guys. Like, Corvin is pretty okay, but Skier, I was like, okay, come on, Skier, really? Like, I wouldn't say I like all these guys, but it is just, you know, it's a shame, you know, because there's kind of a mutual respect that we build amongst each other. Like, the fact that they grow to respect us and such, especially once we get to Exalt at this point and what we've done to help them. That we're still enemies, but there is this mutual respect amongst each other, you know?
Speak, Wakener. The Empress.
The siege is broken, for now.
Leave me now.
You only understand part of our order. You are an outsider and have been treated as such. It is no longer appropriate that we keep our secrets from you. There is something that you should see.
And this is where we get a big revelation about the Mantid, which is going to make what happens in the Siege of Orgrimmar make more sense.
The Empress must fall.
So please fly me to the Terrace of Girthin. Oh wait, hold on. What is it that you want to show me, Kilrook?
Wakener, your deeds have earned you the trust of the Klaxi. You are to be rewarded. Walk with me. We Mantid are an elder race. The Pandaren you associate with, they are but children. They have their role to play. Each cycle, our young swarm their walls. The Pandaren slay the weak, the strong return. With each generation, we grow ever stronger. Before your history began, our empire was vast. We shared this world with our sister kingdoms, Ankiraj and Ajol Nerub. Our gods were many and powerful. We Mantid worshipped the 7 heads of Yasharaj. Great was the Old One, and terrible was his wrath. He consumed hope and begat despair. He inhaled courage and breathed fear. When the usurpers came, the ones you call Titans, Yasharaj was destroyed. His last terrible breath has haunted this land ever since, but the shadows he left behind are mere whispers of his former glory. I tell you now because you have earned this warning. Your gods are not our gods, outsider. If the Old Ones ever return, we Mantid will once again stand by their side. The wisest among you will do the same.
So yeah, that's the big revelation right there, where he lets you know, like, hey, we ultimately served Yasharaj, and if he ever returns, we will once again stand by his side. And we, the wisest among you should do the same thing as well. Basically saying, look, if Yasharaj ever returns, we're going to stand at his side against you, okay? I'm just giving you this warning because if you're wise, you should join us inside with him as well. Just saying.
My life for the Klaxi.
The Klaxiva may never accept you fully. Their xenophobic minds are closed to the possibility of a useful blood elf. I, for one, have been proud to fight by your side. Your presence and your assistance do us great honor.
And that's one of the reasons why I do feel bad when we have to take these guys down, especially Kilrook. Since he's the one who actually,
mercy.
as you have just heard him say, he was proud to fight by our side. Which says a lot about him as a Mantid, That these guys have actually earned our, respect us enough that they are proud to fight at our side. Which says a lot about them as Mantid. That they would be like, yeah, no, you're cool with us. Normally we wouldn't say that about any outsider that isn't a Mantid. But you? No, you've earned it. And that just says so much. And it ends up being a shame because we find the heart of Yasharaj, and that to them signals his return, that they ultimately end up fighting us here in the Siege of Orgrimmar. Every one of these guys. Skier, Hysek, Karaz, Corvin, Kaztik, Zaril, Rikal, Iokuk, and Kilrook. All 9 of them. Including Kovak. And it's just such a shame. Ugh. And it makes me wonder, if Yasharaj had never been resurfaced, or at least the remnants, the heart, and caused them to do that, could it have been possible somehow, some way? But maybe not. Maybe I'm just fooling myself,
How does it feel to go rogue a second time, Swarmkeeper? Your Empress was also gripped by paranoia, was she not? Grand Empress Sakara masked her true intentions behind the guise.
Hold on.
Was true intent behind the guise of matronly worry. She claimed her overbearing ways were necessary to protect us. When she tried to forbid the swarm, it was to prevent, as she put it, a senseless loss of life. In reality, she was obsessed with control. She aspired to stay in power long past her time, and was willing to sacrifice our eternal cycle to achieve that. We had no choice but to end her. How does it feel? I have no regrets. If that is what you are asking, I am honored to serve the will of the Klaxi. And having seen what the Grand Empress Saxir is doing to our land, I need no convincing. Of course, I served Saxir for a time, before I was preserved. Her madness is nothing so rational as ambition. She trusts no one. Paranoia gnaws at her mind. She is driven by fear, unrelenting.
Well, especially now. Because as I've said, she is being, heavily controlled by the likes of course, and this is, of course, the Grand Empress in all her glory, which you can see the Shah corruption just completely around her. So, I'm not going to show this off. I've actually already done my Soling Raids videos on these raids. But basically, just as a little recap, to truly, and it's a shame they weren't really doing this, because at this point, what we would get was we would get a quest to go into the raid and kill the Grand Empress. They do this now with recent expansions, like in BFA, we got a quest to go take down N'Zoth. In Shadowlands, go take down Sylvanas, go take down the Jailer. in Dragonfight, go take down Farok. We are now in recent expansions getting quests to actually go into the raid and take down the final raid boss. We don't get one here, which is a real shame. Because what really should happen now is that after we have had this, we should have gotten a quest from these guys to go into the Heart of Fear and take down the Grand Empress. We go in, we face that Imperial Vizier, that was running his mouth. We get to take him down. We take down this Blade Lord guy who is, one of their top, generals. We take down Garelon, who's, one of the biggest and baddest of those things. We take down this guy, who commands the aerial forces. We take down this guy, Amber Shaper Unsock, who is basically like the, he's like the Professor Putricide of the Mantid. Trying to come up with various different ways to use Amber for, their scientific research and purposes and all that stuff. Along with this thing. We get to fight that as well. And we get to, of course, fight the Empress, and then, of course, during the fight, it's revealed the Shaw of Fear is right there, and once we take her down, we see him escape. Now, you're probably wondering, well, where does he escape to? To the Terrace of Endless Spring. Back at the stair we ran by? Yeah, that's where he runs. So we go in here, and, of course, he's continuing his work on infecting and corrupting. And we have to take down a few that are corrupted, like the Protectors of the Endless. We have to take down Sulong and free him. Lei Shi, but then we finally take on the Shaw of Fear, which, as you can see, it's the same model, but colored very differently. And from what I've heard, now, I've heard that apparently the heroic version of this fight was actually pretty crazy. He even had this, extra phase, if I can see it here. Let me swap it to 25 heroic. Because there's supposed to be okay, so on heroic difficulty, he retreats to the Dread Expanse, dragging players along with him to a weary wasteland, which is a place of the Shaw's making where he has access to a new set of abilities, and tries to really amplify the fears within the players and such. Which is a really cool, extra phase, But this is ultimately where we finally take down the Shaw of Fear, and he, is amongst the strongest, most powerful of the Shaw that we take down. Showing just how powerful he is, but that makes a lot of sense considering how powerful fear can be as an emotion. And that basically wraps up the story of what goes on here with the Mantid and the Shaw of Fear, other than, of course, when we finish it off with the Paragons in the Siege of Orgrimmar, which, like I said, I just feel like is a shame for them. It's like, if only you guys had not been so devout. But then again, considering that their loyalty has been for thousands and thousands of years, it's kind of easy to understand at that point, So, where do we go from here? Well, according to our campaign here, the next chapter in the campaign is going to be the Dominance Offensive, which is going to, I believe, be Landfall, which I am fine with because I need to do that in order to be able to actually get my other, the other access to the other perils. Oh, no, hold on. What were these guys saying here? So it looks like Rakai and Skier had talk here.
Bloodseeker, your regenerative powers fascinate me. I wonder if you would consent to a few tests. What kind of tests? Oh, just a little cellular trauma induction, maybe a few tissue samples, a session of microsonic deep gene probing, nothing terribly invasive. What was that last part? Tissue samples? No, after that. Nothing terribly invasive? We are done talking.
A session of microsonic deep gene probing. He's like, nope, I am not doing that. Absolutely not. Alright. Alright, so I think, I'll do that later on my own. For now... Alright, so now that we have wrapped that up, we basically now finally head into the Vale of Eternal Blossoms to do some things. And this is where we can actually continue to other places like the Isle of Thunder and of course the Timeless Isle, which is something I need to do. I need to get going on some of these here, so we're going to go ahead and get started on this. So in order for me to gain access to the class apparel stuff, I have to do the Landfall stuff. So in order to start that, according to this, I have to go do this quest called Meet the Scout. And hey, it's Desco!
We are seeking the light.
Hey, Nala.
The Veil of Eternal Blossoms. Who could have imagined the War Chief was capable of destroying such a beautiful place? The Golden Lotus feared that one day the Mogul would retake this land. But it would seem that they underestimated the depths of Garrosh's pride.
Spoilers!
This land detests.
It's been 2 months since the parting of the Mists. Horde scouts seeking a suitable landing site for the fleet have engaged Alliance forces on a small island off the coast of Karasang Wilds. We have a Scout Rokia with Scout Rokla and help secure the landing site. This will give us Domination Point daily quests.
May the light protect you.
Class apparel stuff is some of the only stuff I haven't gotten yet that I actually really want to finish collecting. Of course, we have to get back to the whole faction conflict stuff.
Greetings.
You're just in time. The War Chief is about to land. Once this site passes his inspection, the fleet will follow.
I'm sorry, Garrosh is about to land?
Fight well, friend.
Oh, lovely.
Stop the boats here!
Hi, Garrosh.
It will make a perfect coastal stronghold. Rokla, when the peons arrive, clear these trees and begin construction of the docks. Champion, you have been here for many weeks, and know this land well. Come with me.
Do I have to?
You will serve the Horde, or be crushed beneath it!
I used to slash spit on Garrosh all the time, and now I'm not allowed to anymore. It makes me sad.
Come, Demon Hunter. I want to inspect this island and ensure that my landing team has done their job. Bloodguard Grotash should be somewhere on the northern side of the island looking for a suitable place to build our keep. The Goblin survey team will have gone up the eastern coast in search of oil. Let us crush this plentiful display and claim this land for the Horde!
Yeah. Oh, great, I have Garrosh following me as a companion. Hellscream's War Song. Health increased by 25%. Healing and absorption effects increased by 25%. Damage dealt is increased by 25%. Slaying members of the Alliance will trigger Garrosh Hellscream to release a war cry, restoring 20% of your total health and mana. Oh my gosh! Ugh! Makes me sick.
Hellscream's eyes are upon you.
Shut up, Garrosh.
I'm out of range.
I have said it before, and I will always continue to say it. Garrosh was never, ever my war chief. I hate Garrosh, and I always will, and quite frankly, I was glad to see him go in Shadowlands. I saw him turn to ash during the Sanctum raid, and I said, good riddance to bad rubbish.
I never thought the war chief himself would come to bail me out.
I need to target something
Come to
first.
save your sorry hide, Goblin. Did you find fuel or not?
Yes, sir. We struck it big. There's crude all along the coast. We'll get an operation going right away, Your Hugeness.
I know you will. I'm sending in grunts to make sure of it.
In case you're wondering, yes, I do plan on showing you this on the Alliance side as well. More elves to slaughter!
Ha! A pitiful skirmish! The Alliance fights without conviction. Hold this ground, Bloodguard. Here is where we will build our keep. Expect peons within the hour, and be ready to motivate them. Only the strongest may dwell in Orgrimmar.
Well done. Our presence here will not be denied.
Live by these words. Loktar Ogar. Victory or death.
Shut up, Garrosh. We are now friendly with the Dominance Offensive. I'll have to see what I actually get for this rep.
Now it is time to show this new land the true strength of the Horde. Return to the beach and light the remaining signal fire. Our fleet is waiting.
The landing site is secure. We're ready for work to commence.
This fire will signal the full might of the Horde invasion.
You have earned the honor. Signal our fleet. Watch the might of the Horde in action as we turn this slab of land into Domination Point!
Beginning Garrosh's campaign in Pandaria.
Do you see, champion? There is little my Horde cannot accomplish. What is this?
Vulcan, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be on your island kissing frogs?
What are we doing here? You bring this war to another corner of Azeroth, and I wanna know why.
Your lack of vision is why your people are still primitives, and your lack of loyalty is why I did not summon the Darkspear for this campaign. Look around you, Vulcan. This land is rich in resources. Wood, stone, iron, fuel, and people. A show of might on these shores will make the Pandaren think twice about joining the Alliance.
Oh, this blood bloodshed. Make everyone think twice about joining the Horde.
This is the difference between me and you, Vol'jin. I won't let my people starve to death in the desert. I will stop at nothing. Nothing to ensure a proud and glorious future for the Orcs and anyone with the courage to stand with us. Wait here.
They exchange hushed
There is
words.
something you can do, Troll, to demonstrate your value to the Horde. A mission in the heart of this continent.
I will go, but only as a witness for my people. Someone gotta keep you in check, Garrosh.
Shadowhunter Vol'jin has joined a group of Corpron scouts on an important mission for the War Chief. Of course, a proud member of the Horde such as yourself is welcome to go along, but be warned, it could get ugly. So that's a scenario as well.
The tip of the Horde spear, no greater.
Ah, the smell of a proper battlefield. We've been on our own for far too long. Now the full might of the Horde is unleashed. And we are the ones who direct where the next blow will land.
Come what may, we fight on.
War Chief Garrosh Hellscream travels north with a squad of his most elite soldiers. Report to him with news of our continued victory against the Alliance. Speak to Tak for transportation.
May our foes flee before you. Fear nothing, the Horde shall prevail.
The gnomes have brought their flying contraptions. I want my skies clear! Get up there on whatever mount you have with you and destroy those paltry devices. You may use this grog I acquired from our goblin allies. It would be better served blasting down gyrocopters than in the gullet of those little green fiends.
Strength. What do you need?
The Alliance may be cowardly, but they are not fools. Their assault would be formidable if it were directed at lesser creatures to sustain a siege and put pressure on our troops. They are airdropping in supplies to support their ground forces. Search the beaches and docks to the south for any airdrop supplies and smash them. Let the Alliance see their food and ammunition destroyed before their eyes in despair.
For the Horde.
Wow, that is stupid. No, we could just simply, take it for ourselves. No, destroy it. Wow, that's stupid.
We will succeed.
You, of course, guys remember Shokia, right?
The Alliance has made landfall. If we do not defeat them here, any hope of a Horde presence on this continent is lost. Go to the battlefield south of here and slay an Alliance you find. Show them how any Horde who still stands on two legs would be the death of 10 Alliance.
Make the War Chief proud.
Let me go ahead and unlock this Flight Master over here. And we'll go ahead and set this as our innkeeper.
Troll Hall. May your blades...
Troll Hall.
Alliance, go boom.
It's too far away.
Yeah, I just want to point out, this is a quest where you can actually hop on a flying mount and go ahead and do this. Which I think is a really cool design, quest design, you know? Really implementing that, yeah, you've got flying mounts, you can go ahead and use them.
This land will soon.
Well done. I see your time in this land has hardened your resolve and sharpened your skills.
Stay alive, friend.
Loktar,
Ha! Simple mechanical toys are no match for a well-aimed bottle of grog.
be safe.
Alright, let me go ahead and also show you guys
Forth to victory.
this scenario that they want us to do.
Hellscream's eyes are upon you.
So you'll notice we are actually here at the Veiled Stair in the Tavern of the Mists. We are searching for something here. I wonder what we could be searching for.
Keep your eyes wide open.
Good to see ya, man. I be needing true allies at my side for this mission.
Watch me.
You ready to get this thing started, man? I'm ready, Vol'jin. Let's go.
Everyone be here now. Let's get this done with.
Proceed by foot. We'll circle around and look for another entrance.
As the war chief commands.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here to watch me back. I don't like the look of Garash's goons. Let's mount up and move out.
You got it, man.
Hey! Wait for me! I don't like goons either!
Come on, Grizzle.
Scout said there's ancient magic in these caves. War chief wants them checked out. Them Sarok be guarding the cave. Let's take care of them.
I got this, man.
Hold up!
I need to get
There's something
closer.
there! One of them lizard beasts. Fight on, me brothers!
I always liked Vol'jin. Keep in mind, we've known Vol'jin since Warcraft 3. Also notice the Serpent Ward. Nice callback to Warcraft 3.
Have you fought these things before?
Yep.
It's like they got weapons, but no brains.
We can take this boat inside. Just let me make a few modifications. And done! Huh? A self-propelled Zorok slaying machine.
One of you man the guards, the rest on foot. Kill anything that squirms. Get these beasts off of the boat! Get these beasts off of the boat! Get these beasts off of the boat!
Controls a little off. You know?
Ah! Get that thing off us!
Shoots us flaming spears, a tar spray, and a flamethrower, and of course, explosion overload. Because of course it's a goblin boat.
Please, you guard the boat. The rest of ya with me. This be some kind of spawning chamber, and that be one ugly mother.
It's too far away.
Gotta love the Predator reference.
I need to get closer.
Look, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and clear this area
I'm
out.
out of range.
Be careful! The roof be coming down!
It's too far away.
He summoned a big bad voodoo to save us.
This is the chamber we're looking for. The war chief has learned there's a connection between the Mogu and these creatures. Troll, you know all about this voodoo. What can you find?
Voodoo. Watch me back while I investigate.
An ancient Mogu emperor.
These Mogu, they're working wicked dark magic here. The Sorok, they're not born. They was created. Flesh-shaped and bent. These be the blackest of magics, man.
Yes! The power to shape flesh, to build warriors! This is what the war chief wants!
Gyros playing God, making monsters. This ain't what a Horde is about!
He knew you were a traitor! The war chief will annihilate—
Please let me kill this guy.
Strange!
I need a target.
Is this where your loyalty lies?
My loyalty is to the Horde, not Garrosh.
Demands absolute obedience! Strange! The war chief
The war chief shows his hand. This be what the Horde come to? Killing its own? We can't let this happen. Champions, I need ya. Go back to the war chief. Tell him I'm dead. Stay close to him. Watch him. You and me, we move to take him out when the time is right. Others are like me. You gotta find them. Swear the blood oath with me.
I swear, Vol'jin.
It be done. We brothers in this until the end. I'm gonna disappear for a while. Don't forget about me.
Never. I won't let you down, Vol'jin. So now we are a double agent. Now, we are going to be a double agent to help take down Garrosh. To which I say, yes! Sorry. Sorry for those of you who may be listening on headphones.
I need to target something first.
But yeah, it just also shows
I need to get closer.
flesh crafting is a very horrible, horrible thing. We will actually get to see some of this in the Throne of Thunder, I believe. And it is horrifying. And Garrosh and his lackeys are like, yes! We will use this! Which just goes to show just how incredibly stupid they are. So now we have to go find Garrosh over here at the shrine in the Vale to let him know.
Speak, friend.
I will turn that in.
Safe.
That's another daily.
Strength.
I, however, am going to just go ahead and do this and see whether or not that's enough to actually get the Landfall achievement so I can actually acquire what I need. So, yeah, as I already said before, in case you're wondering, I am intending to also show this on the side of the Alliance, on the Alliance character that I've been doing for this. I miss the ability from Dragonflight where you can recharge your charges of vigor here. I think in the next part, especially before we decide to perhaps head to the Timeless Isle, I think that's when I'm now going to go head on over to meet up with Lorewalker Cho over there and be like, hey, I found all these various different scrolls and such. Could you tell me more about them? And he'll be like, oh, of course, my friend. Where is he? There he is.
Just look at this place, Malkarok. This is the prosperity that our people deserve. Tell me again the names of those who built this kingdom. The Mongol war chief, In the time of Pandaran history, they are written as a cruel and relentless leaders. They were feared, not loved. Indeed, it appears that I have much to learn from these Mogu.
Note that Lorthamar is here as well. And I've already been telling you about how horrible the Mogu were, right? And Garrosh is like,
I should take their example.
I keep trying to really emphasize and showcase this point. That people, I think, just, it got lost on them. But seriously.
Only the strongest may dwell in Orgrimmar.
What do you have to report?
Live by these words.
I am told that the Mogu once possessed hundreds of hidden armories full of earth-shattering weapons. When a Mogu army prepared for war, they struck fear and terror into the hearts of their enemies. This is the knowledge I seek here on Pandaria. I now sent an expedition to study some ruins to the west, but they work as slowly as dim-witted peons. Go speak to Fanleer of Silverthorn, their leader. Tell him that I want to see results immediately.
Hey, Alani. How you doing? Hello, Fanleer. The war chief sent you? What does he say? Too slowly? We are working as quickly as possible for the war chief. We must excavate carefully, catalog each find, and of course follow safety procedures. He must understand. Well, we may have something to show him soon. Do you see what that stone statue over there to the west? You mean that one? We suspect that it is an ancient stone storage vessel. Now we just have to find a way to open it. If you would care to help us with our excavation, please go about it carefully. What's happening? It's coming alive. Oh no, what a shock! And it killed them all! Now, I knew that was going to happen because we've been dealing with them this whole time. But they were just like, what is this thing? We are quite capable of handling this excavation. Yeah, clearly. Very interesting. This tablet will yield many secrets. You don't even care that your people just died? If I'm correct, then this divine bell is exactly the type of weapon that Garrosh is looking for. Return to your other duties for now. I'll bring this information to the war chief myself. Uh-huh. Someone you should see in Krasarang Wilds. Aha. Back down here, huh? Well, my Hearthstone is bound there, so let's just go ahead and Hearth down there. Messenger Grumble.
You're lucky, dude.
Ah, it's good fortune I find you. Chen Stormstout says to give this to you and ask you to meet him at Binan Village of the Kunlai Summit. He found a friend of yours who needs much luck to get healthy. Chen says, speak to Tak Tak for fast travels.
May your feet find good trails.
Tak Tak.
What you need?
Need to go to Binan Village.
Bye-bye.
Oh, we meet again! You having a good day now? Anyway, Tak here, a lot of stuff going on at the camp. I heard that your war chief Garrosh was looking around the Veil of Eternal Blossoms.
The Kilimanjaro. I forgot to point that out when we did our hunting with Nessingwary.
Did you pretty elves find something while you was there?
Well, yeah.
I heard something about a bell made by those crazy Mogul thousands of years ago. Jiminy Wickets!
Jiminy Wickets. Oh my gosh.
Is your war chief gonna look for that bell now? Anything Mogul is dangerous and powerful.
That's exactly how he likes it.
Anyway, we're almost to Banan village. You must be doing something real and important. A big Pandarian came and asked me to take you there. Don't tell anyone where you're going, he said. Tak good on his word. Tak been real quiet. Me helpful. Okay, we're here. Get out. I've never seen a demon hunter like her before. She's already beaten the Yongo.
Hey, Chen. Fulgen.
You seem a little parched.
Fulgen was a friend of mine, once upon a time. It has been many years since our paths crossed.
Yeah, remember, they knew each other in Warcraft 3.
What happened to Fulgen? Fulgen's body was found in a well a few days ago. A poison flows through his veins that is halting his regeneration. This was designed to kill a troll. If I had to guess, I would say this wound was made by an assassin's hand, and one who is not from Pandaria.
I travel well.
You received my note. Very good. Fulgen is near death, and I will need your help healing his wounds.
May your journey be long.
Fulgen would be dead if he were any other race other than a troll. His regeneration is impressive, but is being blocked by a poison. We need to cleanse this poison so that he can regenerate the damage. Take to the skies and travel southeast. Across the mountaintops of the secret area, you will find needle sprites. Bring me some of the hardest needles from them you can find. With them, I can attempt an acupuncture technique that should purge the poison from his body and accelerate his regeneration.
Come back with some stories.
Hello. Ah, here you are. I just love having to kill a whole bunch of things that don't have guaranteed drops, don't you? I know I sound like a bit like a broken record, but it's not really my fault. It's really, well... You could either say it's the game's fault, but it's probably also Blizzard's fault when it comes to their older designs and the whole, we're not going to make things guaranteed. No, because that would just take away from the grind. Also, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, that's how you get it. Okay. I love it when Handy Notes has these little things here to show me, oh, if you want to get to this thing, you got to go into this cave, which is over here. Because otherwise I probably would not have known this. Hold on. Because now all of a sudden I don't see it. Yep, there it is. Alright, so I can still fly in here. Good! Good. Good. You'll probably notice this is basically the same place we were just at in that scenario with Vol'jin. Oh my goodness, there we go, alright. More reputation with the lore walkers! And that's going to give me yet another one of those quests. And at this point, I'd be surprised if there are any of these scrolls that I haven't gotten. But I don't think it's going to include... Are there any in here? No. Are there any in the Timeless Isle? I don't see any, but... We'll find out.
I'm out of range. I can't carry any more of those.
That's another quest to go, hey, go see Lorewalker Cho.
So, got any stories? May your journey
Ah,
be
very
long.
good. These should work nicely.
Come back with some stories.
Nothing heals like a fistful of needles. Find Thrall.
The Den in Durotar. Okay. Huh. Hey, Thrall.
Loktar, friend.
Agra.
What is it you wish?
You have come a long way to see me, Blood Elf. Speak.
Loktar, friend.
Vol'jin's Hearthstone. My friend, has it come to this?
Loktar, friend.
This Hearthstone was part of a conversation that Vol'jin and I shared a long time ago. He believes his people are in danger. I don't know what all has transpired in my absence, but I can at least do this for my friend. Come, travel with me to the Echo Isles. We must make sure that the Darkspear are safe. Agra, I should not be long. The Darkspear are strong people. I doubt they have much need of my assistance.
Take as long as you need, Goel. If Vol'jin believes his people are in danger, then you had best aid them as you can.
Very well, my beloved. Come, friend, let us ride to the home of the Darkspear. I remember when Vol'jin and I first came to this land. The Horde was just an idea then, a hope. We needed one another. We made our home in this desert and named it after my father, Durotan, chieftain of the Frostwolf clan. The land was harsh. Time and again, it was Vol'jin and his people who ensured the Horde's survival, saving us from starvation or taking up arms when we were attacked. Trolls and orcs have fought together, died together. We are family. and family looks after its own.
And this is one of the reasons right here, this questline right here, is why I and other Horde players have said that when we think about the Horde, our Horde, the one word we think of is family. The Horde is family. Come on, Thrall. The quest itself is even called The Horde is Family.
Korkron? Here? What has Garrosh been up to?
Yeah, Thrall's been in denial for a good chunk about Garrosh. He's about to really see just how far Garrosh has taken this.
Halt! This city is under martial law. Declare yourselves! Have I been away so long that you have forgotten who I am? Thrall, we no longer answer to you. We have a new war chief now, and he has reminded us that we are strong. These are our allies. You watch over them like they're a threat? Why? You will answer to me. No! Never again!
Oh, other players.
Loktar, friend. What is it you wish?
Vol'jin has saved my life many times in the past. To see my own Korkron used against his people cuts deeper than I put into words.
Loktar, friend. What is it you wish?
And we are now honored with the Dominance Offensive. And this next one will get us another 3,000 rep. I'm curious.
The Korkron have been trained to be the finest, most loyal soldiers of the war chief. Their presence here means that Garrosh fears an uprising. Vol'jin and his people are as much a part of the Horde as any orc. We must break this occupation and free the trolls. It pains me to say this, but you must eliminate enough of the Korkron so that the trolls can retake their city. Then meet me at Darkspear Hold so we might challenge their officer directly.
Don't worry, Dark Spear. We here to help.
The Horde has no room for such weakness.
Gee, I wonder why they would think that.
I need a target.
I talked about this very early on in this playthrough, but I hope you're now seeing what I'm talking about. This right here is a very clear-cut showcase by the writers
I need to target
where
something
Garrosh's side of the Horde is at this point. How they perceive things, how they see things, what they believe in. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a lot of the enemies I need to fight, mainly because there are other players here. I'm probably going to have to do some flying around to see if I can find them faster. Aha. Now you're going to go that way? Alright. And I see stuff like this, and then I have to remind myself that for some reason people see this and they think and say, "Oh, Garrosh did nothing wrong. I don't know what your problem is." I'm like, "Are you serious? How can you look at all this and say he did nothing wrong?" Like, I honestly just do not understand that. Well, I would have waited for the other player, but they ran the other way, so... Alright, now we've got Gultar, the Subjugator. Who, of course, is a warlock with a Doom Guard. The Horde is changing. Vol'jin refused to change with it, and he's poisoned his people.
I'm out of range.
How many of your own people must you kill so you can have your Horde back?
Should have left when you had that chance.
Loktar, friend. What is...
The orcs have changed. My Horde has changed. Do I kill my fellow orcs until it is once again my Horde? Do I have any right to try force the Horde to force the Horde to be what it once was? These are troubling times. But for now, I must see to Vol'jin's people. Sons and daughters of the Horde, today you stand free due to the strength of your heroes and the actions of this champion. The Corcoran arrival heralds dark times for the Horde. But know this, the Horde is family, even if some of its leaders have forgotten that fact. To prove this, I shall remain with you and lend what strength I can to your chosen leaders until Vol'jin returns. Please, do not tell Garrosh what we have done here today. I must make some weighty decisions before confronting him directly.
So then we continue this with to Moguja in Krasarang Wilds. So I actually was not sure if I was ever going to have the chance to actually show that quest to you guys on camera. Needless to say, I'm actually pretty happy I did. Hello, Muerta. Champion of the Light. Wait a minute. An undead? As Champion of the Light? Heresy! No, I'm kidding. But believe it or not, there actually are some players that actually do feel that way. There are some players that are so vehement against the whole idea of an undead ever wielding the power of the light, to which I say, it's an actual thing already. Anyways.
Keep your eyes peeled for the Alliance.
Thrumcog, Demon Hunter, while we were busy defending our foothold here, Regent Lord Lothamar Theron led a research expedition north into Kunlai Summit. Unfortunately, it seems that they have encountered trouble. War Chief Garrosh Hellscream has already departed to lend his assistance, but he will require additional reinforcements. Go northward into the mountains of Kunlai. Speak to Tak for transportation.
Our orders stand.
Tak.
How's it juking?
Oh, head back to Kunlai Summit, Wicket! Oh, last time we met you were in the Banan village to see your Pandar friend. Oh, did you get your business done?
Hey, Galleon.
Anyway, I saw some more pretty elves heading north earlier. Lots of elves.
Looks like they are, in fact, fighting Galleon already.
Oh, they're looking for that bell. Big, powerful bell. You looking for it too, Wicket?
Well, they were there. Oh, 3 champions of the opposing faction. Oh. So I couldn't fight those because I'm on the Horde. I'd have to go find them as Alliance. Gotcha. So I have to go find 3 Alliance heroes.
Oh, here we are. See ya.
And of course, this is Exalted with the Dominance Offensive. And what is... it's not going to show me. That's unfortunate. Lothamar!
You gave us no warning about the Mogu, War Chief. These statues came to life. Was I wrong to assume that your blood elves could handle themselves?
We could have, had we been given any warning. You threw my people to the wolves.
Your weakness is not my failing, Regent. My Horde has room only for those strong enough to stand within it.
Do not question my loyalty, War Chief. We came across an ocean to fight for you.
Yes, and with your help we will pry the secrets from this land, for the glory of the Horde! If I must pay with some elven blood, then so be it!
Take care, Garrosh. You would destroy the Horde to create your perfect future.
Hellscream's eyes are upon you.
Here on Pandaria, I see a land that the Horde deserves. We will take it for our own, and if anyone stands in our way, Mogu or Alliance, we will raze them to the ground.
The beauty of Eversong endures.
Ah, well met, Demon Hunter. We are on an archaeological expedition, sent to excavate these ruins. We had no idea that this area was crawling with dangerous Mogu.
Silvermoon will know prosperity again.
We managed to fend off the Mogu wardens and their dogs, but many of the blood elves from the scouting party were not as lucky. Many of my people are trapped inside the ruins to the north. We are devising a solution to break them out, but I believe there may be a more straightforward approach. Go to the ruins and kill the wardens guarding each prisoner. If my intuition is correct, This will free our comrades.
We find strength in the Horde.
Before the Mogu overwhelmed our scouting party, we found relics scattered amongst the ruins to the north. I'd like to collect some samples, but the Mogu's terracotta watchdogs are too much for us to handle. If you could clear the area of their presence, we'll be able to resume our work. These terracotta wardens are fearsome, but not nearly as horrifying as the creature that we found at the top of the ruins. Some of our surviving scouts reported seeing some kind of Mogu spellweaver on the highest rise of the north. He practices a type of magic unlike any other we have seen. We must learn whatever we can from this creature. Slay him and bring me anything you find. I need to stop killing things so fast with this other player nearby. I'm sorry. I always feel bad when I kill something too fast and another player is not able to tag it. I always feel bad about that. Notice the first thing this guy says is, "Kneel, supplicant!"
Have a target.
Yeah, I get the feeling the Mogu,
I need to get closer.
I don't know. They wouldn't care about Garrosh because he's just an orc to them. But the fact that Garrosh is actually kind of looking up to the Mogu just says a lot.
It's too far away.
And now we wait. Who dares to serve the Korun? You shall pay for your insolence! What did you discover? The leathery vellum shows a map of the northeastern Kunlai Mountains. Ancient symbols of power drawn in dark red ink radiate outward from the map's center. Yes, this is remarkable. This is just the kind of artifact that we came here to find. According to this codex, the Korun Mogu are attempting to harness the very power of the Shah. And now we know exactly where they are doing so. Well done. With the Guardians gone, we should be able to excavate these ruins safely.
I proudly serve as Regent Lord.
We Blood Elves have served the Horde faithfully. Lately, I wonder what we have to gain from Garrosh's leadership.
The light of the Sunwell be with
Thank you for your assistance. You have helped me enough for today. I shall seek you at Domination Point, if I have further need of you. And now we will have the next quest over there, and we will continue that when we return. Stay tuned.